Yo, what's poppin' people? It's your boy Alvin Fly back at it again with another video. Now check this out. We got my man's Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku in all his glory. Now, I'm just gonna do a basic overview of what I think the character is gonna be really good at, and my other personal thoughts on what I think he's gonna be like, just how I think he's gonna be in neutral, how I think he's gonna fare up against different characters, and whatnot. I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna just start it off with his normals, right? His 5L. I forgot I had that bot on because he just started busting at me. Um, his 5L is -9. Personally, I think this is his worst button next to his 5H, but I think his 5L is really bad because of the -9. I mean, it does space you out pretty decent. It's somewhat of a big button. It's just -9. No normal in the game is -9. Not the biggest fan of that, but it be like that. It be like that when it be like that. Let's see. His 2L -4 reminds me a bit of Blue Goku's 2L. To be honest, I really kind of like it. It's an advancing normal. It goes farther than Blue Goku's 2L. It just looks really similar. It's a true low, so who doesn't love a true low, right? His medium is a 2-hitting low, similar to Adult Gohan's light attack, where he does low-high. This one does high-low, and he can still do another low right after that. So he technically has like 3 lows if you want to count the 5L, the second hit of the medium attack, and the low. It's interesting. It's really good. And really, next would be his 5H. His 5H is -13. I mean, spaces him out pretty far. Spaces him out farther than Gogeta, because Gogeta will space out that far. And compared to him, oops, I gut punched him by accident, but this spaces out really far. I think this is probably the farthest spaced 5H there is in the game. Now, let's get on to more of his mix-ups. Oh, before I do that, his 5LO is safe. Golden rule of thumb in this game, specifically, anything that's -6 and above is unsafe, just to keep that in mind. So, what can he do? Well, I think his main mix-up tool is going to be doing stuff like this, where he does like the flip into said button. His quarter circle back does a push and you're +3 on block, but he also has a command grab that will switch sides and you can combo off of it. I think this is going to be amazing, because what you can do is you can set up situations like this. Well, messed that up, but hold on. I suck. Give me 1 second. There we go. You can set up situations like that. I've only had but a certain amount of hours with the character, so I'm still a little rusty, but I do know enough. I feel like I can speak upon it, at least as a first impression. But you can set up different situations like that. You can also do his 2-1-4 heavy attack, which is quarter circle back. And this also frame traps and will stop all teching options, except for delay tech, but what really stops delay tech? It will stop all teching options, including if you wake up and then backdash from an SKD. And this frame traps. So if they try to press a button on you, they're screwed. You can also, with this move, do standing resets. So if you use something like this. So let's just say if he didn't block that, this is what that would look like. You can do stuff like that, and you can just reset the health bar, which is honestly a really nice feat. If you do that online, I highly doubt people are going to react to that, because you don't have to do that, right? You can either go high, low, or just continue your string like normal. It really keeps people on their toes, personally. That's how I feel. I just want to talk about his S buttons real quick. They did do a stream. The Bandai Namco guys in Europe let some commentators do a stream, and in that stream, we were under the impression that this S move beats Ki Blast. It does not beat Ki Blast. Just want to point that out there. This does not beat Ki Blast. It stops a lot of stuff. Sorry about that. It stops a lot of stuff, but it doesn't stop Ki Blast specifically. I think it's a pretty fast full screen move. It can stop a lot of Kamehamehas and stuff like that on startup, which is really nice to have. If we want to talk about some other moves of his, we can talk about his other S moves like 6S. 6S is kind of a frame trap. you can do 6S, and let's just say they try to mash, right? Just try to hit light. You can do 6S into heavy. And if I do it right, there we go. And then get full combo. You know, you can get full combo off of that, easy peasy. His DP option now. Oh, by the way, his 2S is a little. It's similar to Jiren's. Before I get to the DP, it's an anti-air, but you can't combo it from mid-screen, right? So if I put him to do, let's just say this, and I messed up. Let's just say if I get him to do that, you can't super dash it like you can with Jiren. What you mainly would use this for is kind of what I already just used it for. You use it in a combo like this. You would kind of use it like that, right? You could probably just like keep people out the sky with this. Like if they're just jumping around, this actually would not be that bad. But I wouldn't try to confirm off of this. I mean, you could probably do something like this. But, I think there's better options that he has. Okay, so now, moving on to his DP, moving on to his DP, we have a down-down motion. Down-down S is his DP, right? Now, here's the thing about this DP, right? It's somewhat of a mind game, because unlike most DPs in the game, normally they whiff it, or you block it, you can just punish it, right? With his, in particular, there's a mind game of whether or not he's going to do his level 1 super after it. So let's say you do this, right? And it also spaces you out pretty good, so it's just generally hard to punish. So if you're mid-screen, it's going to space you out like that, right? But if you're in a corner, yes, you can punish it, right? But check this out. If I do this, and I know they're going to mash, look how much health you're potentially losing if I have 3 bars a meter. That is 4.4 because you decided to mash, or you decided to press a button to try to punish me. That's really interesting. No other character in the game really has something like that. I think it's really freaking cool, and I think it's unique because no other character really has that, right? No other character really truly does. If we can get into his other moves, he also has Kamehameha as a beam. He can do it forwards and backwards, so this is a really good neutral tool. I really think he's going to specialize in the neutral, but more on a little bit about that later. I want to do one more thing, or 2 more things with him, and that is his quarter circle forward light. Now, this is fully invincible to anything. Like, you can't stop this unless if you're in his face and you're trying to mash, right? Actually, I think it's frame traps too, right? Yeah, this frame traps. And that's a 17, it's not a command grab, but if they try to mash, they're gonna get smoked. And if they don't try to mash, whoops, he's on first to guard, that's why he got hit. Let's just say if they don't try to mash, you're -2. So you're like really safe on that. You're actually really safe on that. And this goes full screen. Well, the medium version goes full screen. The light version and the heavy version do not. The heavy version goes a little bit farther, but the medium version goes full screen. Now, the way you can apply this, say if the opponent is doing like a bunch of assist calls, you know, let's just say a bunch of assist calls are happening, yada yada yada. Goku, I bet, you know, you're trying to move out the way. Just hope you don't get hit by this this move, because if so, you're gonna be trashed. The thing about his heavy one that makes it so good is that, yes, it doesn't go full screen, but here's what it does do. If you do hit this, you don't even have to stand still. I mean, you don't even have to move up, sorry. You don't even have to move up. You can just literally stand still and get the confirm. If I wasn't so trash. There we go. And you're losing... That could be better optimized, but you're losing like 4.5, 4.6 health, which is really good. I'm not gonna lie. He can convert off of a lot of his moves, and I really appreciate that, because a lot of characters can convert, but he can convert with such ease, it feels like, personally. Let's see. What else would there be? His air moves would just be, like I just showed you there, it's like the flurry of attack, similar to Jiren's, but in the air. I wouldn't recommend doing this in a block string. Let's just say if you do 2H into, well, on block, because, you know, we're talking about block strings. If we do 2H into this, I would not recommend that. You're -7, and the only way you can like be safe is if you call an assist. But here's what you can do, right? Say you do this, you can kind of get a mix off of that, which is kind of cool, and you retain your air option. So let's just say you do 2H. We're not talking about this move anymore, but let's just say if you do 2H. Whoops, sorry, I messed up. 2H. You can get a air dash after that, and you can do a IAD medium or IAD low, and you can get some clean 50-50s with the right blocks and assists. With Gogeta, it's a little hard. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to lab to see if I can get some type of mix, but it's just kind of hard because his assist is only plus 29, while 21's is like plus 50. I think if I had maybe a better assist like base Goku, I would definitely be able to get the mix, but that's just me playing Gogeta. Gotta deal with it. What else? A couple more things, because this character does have a lot. A couple more things to keep in mind. Let's just say if Frieza wants to shoot, I'm sure we've all seen this either on Twitter, Facebook, yada yada yada, but let's just say if he wants to shoot Ki Blast at me, or let's say if I record it. Let's just say if I want to do that, and I play the recording. Yeah, my mans can just walk through it. Now, here's the thing. My mans can also just walk through it and do 6H, and he can punish you. Now, this is only invincible to Ki Blast. Just to be clear about that. This is only invincible to Ki Blast. Like, so most of the S moves that are individual Ki Blast, it will dodge. It's really useful because with that 6H, you can do a clean punish if they're doing Ki Blast like that, because they were going to be unsafe anyways. And the way I understand the 6H to work is that 6H works if the move was going to be punished anyways, and it gives him frame advantage. So let's just say if I was to do this, right? Whoops, I messed up. Let's just say if I was to do something like this. Right? You're shooting a bunch of Ki Blast at me anyways, and it counts as you're whiffing the move, right? So you whiffing a bunch of Ki Blast on me. I can easily do that, right? But that's no different from me doing something like this. Whoops. Hold on. I suck. Hold on. Basically, I'm trying to show that you can jump over, and you can just hit him anyways. There you go. I just suck because I can't do it on the first try. But that's no different from doing that if you're just spamming Ki Blast, right? So let's just say if he shoots one Ki Blast, right? Just to prove my point. If he shoots one Ki Blast, he's able to block, because if you just shoot one Ki Blast in general, you're safe. So just to point that out, that's kind of how I figured the 6H to work. If you were gonna get punished anyways, Goku he's just gotta teleport towards you, right? Now, there might be certain ways for you to set it up to where, oh, you can do an unsafe move, and if you know Goku is gonna teleport or sway towards you or dodge towards you, he can, you can set it up to where he's gonna have to block, but it's a mind game. It's like another one of those mind games that this character just so happens to have. This character has a lot of mind games. One more thing that I think I missed is that, this move is, this is also invincible to projectiles in general. If you hold it, if you do quarter circle back light and hold it, well, any move of the dash will, well, not really any move of the dash. The flips and the dash are invincible to to projectile attacks. So, if Frieza was doing something like, let's just say he's spamming Ki Blast again. Let's just say he's doing that. Right? You're raiding his face and you're +4 apparently. So you're able to take your turn back if they don't vanish or do anything else. But chances are they are going to vanish, but you can just easily read them because you're on the side of frame advantage. The frame advantage is on your side. So that's also a good thing. As far as his combos go, I don't have the most combos in the world right now. I know his basic BNB, which would basically look something like this. It's a very standard ABC BNB. So if I just turn him off of all guard, right? It's a pretty standard B&B. I think there is another B&B I found earlier, which would look something like this. Whoops, I messed that up. Give me 1 second. Okay, I remember now. Really? God damn it. What the hell? God damn. So it would look something like that. You're starting with medium. I know there's a way to get that to like 5.1K. I'm just not personally sure. I think I might have it. Nah, I just can't seem to really get it. I would have to lab it some more. I did get it to 5.1K with no super, but he can dish out a lot of damage, and it's only day like -1 because I'm playing the character early. So where do I think this character is gonna shine at? I think this character is honestly gonna shine in the neutral game. I think his Ki Blast, which is a very fast Ki Blast, sorry, not that. This right here, his walking animation, and his overall just toolkit can really help people in the neutral. Two things I think I forgot to mention. Number one, his 214L and 214 buttons in general, except for heavy, will teleport to the floor. And the way you can use that in a combo, let's just say this. Yeah, that's one way you can use the 214L in a combo. I'm not sure if you can get the medium one in a combo. And his 6S is also this, and this is Ki Blast invincible. So if you shoot Ki Blast at it, it's gonna block it. I think he's really gonna shine at a neutral. And this move too, I mean, he just has a way to stop people from zoning him, like Frieza, Broly, base Vegeta to a degree. Like, he has ways to just stop people from trying to zone, and I think he's gonna be a menace to deal with. He's gonna be super fun to play as. His mix-up game is gonna be kind of crazy. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be the Wild West with this character, man. I'm just gonna be honest. And his other level 1, just to quickly go over. It's not the most damaging level 1 or level 2 extension, and his level 3 doesn't give him Oki. It just doesn't. It puts them immediately full screen, but it does look really cool. Yeah, it puts them full screen, so you just kind of have to dash up and take your turn back. Or you probably could do something like this. You probably could just use the 236 medium, 236M. Yeah, there you go. So I think he's really going to shine the neutral, and I think he's going to be an amazing character to play with for a few months and just have people figure him out, because I can only do so much day -1. By the power invested in me, I was able to get him early, so it's just one of those things, man. But appreciate y'all guys for watching. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, or you guys have any improvements for me when I do videos, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.